like a little weak. We run like a paraclete. It's on earth, but it's where I be. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, he already there. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down. Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to it's talking, it's hustling me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason, no doubt, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated or love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. Just the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Used to keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping. See you at the crossroads. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on a headstone. Too late, he already there. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tip. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog to the skull.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Arizona Cardinals. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Oh, now he bowls him over. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to Mixon on first down. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That good for 19 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Set! Green, 39! Green!
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Gun!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones. Able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down again. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? There was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Now it's Peterson. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Flushed out right. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The first carry for Josh Adams. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go now.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And that is incomplete here. They were trying to go back to Allen there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action here with Rosen. Going deep here for Allen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to John Ross. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Patriot! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch him now, Barney!
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Rosen. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Rosen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And he pushed it from short distance, wide right. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So from nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Here we go now.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Green's first catch of the game. Good for a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hut!
He'll drop to throw. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get... home for the... The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. "34 yards." On the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They run with Logan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Powerful running. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devontae Harris. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now whistles and a flag. And I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. After the penalty, it's Mixon. Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. More from the desert after this. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Forced out to his left. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And his kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And he missed it. It's no... Good. And this score will stay right where it is. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Gone!
Rosen on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 50.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air it out deep for Green. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Watch him now, Barney. Watch him now, Barney. Gone.
They'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Rosen. Fighting to stay upright. Flush to his right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Geno Atkins in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sack's on back-to-back plays. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. Bryant with a catch right side. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll look to throw here. And caught right side, Green. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Bengals on a roll now. It's another 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This quarterback now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now back to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
That false start knocks them back behind the 10 now as they'll try again, 1st and goal. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
From the 10-yard line, here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. On the right side, caught by Green. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
But now it's Rosen looking. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Play action here with Rosen. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Detroit! Detroit!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Gone!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Green. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Gone!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this down deep inside of Arizona's 15-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 46 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He'll look to throw. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. In for the score. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this one's incomplete. The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and forever. Rosen will throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. That's taken on the 25. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone, 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 gone.
They're going to look to throw. And Eifert has it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Detroit, Detroit.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it. And in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He'll drop to throw. Airing one out for Boyd. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rosen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Rosen. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing now is Rosen. And this is going to be incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away, as we just saw there.
Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. The Bengals getting set to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Going deep for Eifert. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. They try to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them because of the incompletion. A very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play, but there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
Now, the Bengals on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Over!
They'll set up to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. On the return is Peterson. Look at the spin. Balance. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're on the outskirts of field goal range here in a tie game with a little time. So how do you handle this? What do you do here, Charles?
Everybody wants to pick up as much yardage as possible. But the weird part is for field goal kickers, being in really close sometimes puts more pressure on them because it's much more of a position kick as opposed to just going ahead and letting it out and letting it thump. A lot of guys like a little bit of distance because you know they can handle it, and it's a more natural swing of the leg.
So maybe getting inside the 20, not that big of a deal.
Not that huge of a deal. Sometimes that messes you up with the angles depending on which hash mark you're kicking from.
Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. The Cardinals on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Rosen. And fights through one man. Keeps himself. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Geno Atkins in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary.
Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey,